What's happening, fight fans around the world? I know how y'all are. I know y'all enjoy this thing of boxing. I know we play games and people have their issues and people have opinions. It's cool too. I got opinions and I'm allowed to say my opinions or speak my opinions. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked, because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always ready. Wide open, ready to go.
Career, he's really been hurt. He's gone down before one time, but there was a perfect left hand. Roy never saw it coming. Roy is out. And Roy may be out of boxing.
And that's why Carver wanted to be the counterpuncher, because he answered Roy's right hand.
Floyd Mayweather has responded after Roy Jones suggested they should face off in the ring. This came right after Jones said on the ATS Fight podcast that Sugar Ray Leonard would have beaten Mayweather in a fantasy fight. According to Jones, Leonard had more aggression and a stronger mindset. He called Leonard a fierce competitor and said people often underestimated him because of his name. Jones claimed Leonard had a killer instinct that Mayweather lacked. The remarks quickly made waves in the boxing world, prompting Mayweather to speak out publicly.
Whether we're to fight, and I must say Roy Jones is my favorite fighter ever. He's my favorite fighter ever. You guys know I was a huge fanboy and all those things. I've said it repeatedly. But if they were to fight, I'll be rooting on Floyd Mayweather, man. I can't. Listen, regardless of how many times I've criticized Floyd and his career or whatever, Tim T has always shown me love, man. Floyd Mayweather.
Mayweather didn't respond with words or interviews. Instead, he posted a silent video showing Roy Jones Jr.'s knockout losses against Antonio Tarver, Glenn Johnson, Danny Green, and Enzo Maccarinelli. After those clips, the video cut to Mayweather's luxury cars, private jets, jewelry, and lavish lifestyle. The message was clear without needing to be said. Highlight Jones's defeats, then show Mayweather's undefeated legacy and wealth. While there were no captions or statements, the video directly answered Jones's comments and let the visuals speak for themselves.
Musty energy.
Lord child, the man Floyd Money Mayweather is watching video of Roy Jones getting knocked out. Yeah, man. Roy Jones absolutely getting cooked. And all this is because Floyd Money Mayweather is upset at Roy Jones Jr. for Roy saying that Floyd could not beat a prime Sugar Ray Leonard.
Shortly after the video circulated, reports emerged that Mayweather had privately told his team he was open to an exhibition fight with Roy Jones Jr. This signaled a shift from simply reacting to actively considering a showdown. Sources close to Mayweather confirmed he's seriously looking at the idea, though nothing official has been announced yet. Jones quickly responded, saying he's ready to face Mayweather anytime. He questioned whether Mayweather truly wanted to fight or was just posting edited clips. Jones made it clear, if Mayweather wants to prove something, they should settle it in the ring.
I think, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Chavez was 80 at one point. 80. He could have retired at 80, you go up top there? No. He just didn't stop, right? You got to 50 and you stopped because of Rocky Marciano.
Right.
So Rocky died. If he wouldn't die, he probably would have kept going too. So and then at the end, you fight a guy that's 0-0 for number 50.
The back and forth between Roy Jones Jr. and Floyd Mayweather has reignited a classic debate about boxing greatness. Jones was once hailed as the most gifted fighter of his era, winning titles from middleweight all the way to heavyweight. At his peak, he looked unbeatable, known for his speed, creativity, and dominance. But after moving up to heavyweight and then dropping back down, his form declined. He stayed in the sport too long, took heavy damage, and suffered several knockout losses that hurt his legacy. His record remains impressive, but those late career setbacks changed how some fans view him. Mayweather, on the other hand, built his career with precision. He stayed undefeated, controlled every detail of his fights, from opponent selection to contract terms, and walked away at 50-0. While critics say he avoided high-risk fights or took on aging opponents, no one can deny he beat every man he faced and avoided serious damage. His defense-first style and smart career management helped him stay on top for over 20 years. The heart of their disagreement isn't just the Sugar Ray Leonard debate. It's a clash of two philosophies. Jones values the willingness to face all the top names, win or lose. He admires fighters like Leonard, who battled legends like Hagler, Hearns, and Duran, even if it meant taking losses. To him, true greatness means fighting the best, regardless of outcome. Mayweather sees it differently. For him, greatness lies in winning, staying unbeaten, and building long-term success. He believes his record and financial empire prove that his path worked. He also argues that he didn't shy away from challenges, pointing to wins over stars like Pacquiao, Canelo, De La Hoya, and Mosley. In Mayweather's eyes, no one else has blended skill, strategy, and business like he has. This debate goes beyond two fighters. It reflects a deeper question in boxing. Is legacy about perfect records or fearless competition?
One of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit, and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy, and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so
This isn't the first time Roy Jones Jr. has questioned Mayweather's legacy. Back in 2018, Jones made similar remarks, saying that Mayweather was great at making money, but not necessarily the greatest boxer. He even claimed his own prime was more impressive. At the time, Mayweather stayed silent, but he likely didn't forget. So when Jones recently brought up Sugar Ray Leonard again, it felt like part of a long-running pattern. This time, though, Mayweather chose to respond. After Mayweather posted the video showing Jones's knockout losses followed by clips of his own wealth, the boxing world quickly reacted. TalkSport called the video cold and calculated. BoxingNews 24 labeled it classless, but admitted it was effective. Fans were divided. Some felt Jones had asked for it by throwing shade, and that Mayweather's response was fair. Others thought mocking a fellow legend's low points crossed the line. On social media, opinions were split. Some found it entertaining and in line with Mayweather's persona, while others felt it showed a lack of respect.
So important. Why do you always come back to the dollars? People want to know.
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. You can't take your wife on a date for free.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest, and I'm a good person, and I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. And without money, I'll be the same person. I fought so many fights for free.
This situation isn't new. Back in 2018, Roy Jones made similar comments, saying Mayweather was great at making money, but not the greatest in boxing. At the time, Mayweather didn't respond publicly, but it's clear he didn't forget. Jones's recent remarks about Sugar Ray Leonard weren't anything new. They were just part of a pattern he's followed for years. The difference now is that Mayweather chose to fire back. After Mayweather posted the silent video, the boxing media reacted quickly. TalkSport called it cold and calculated. BoxingNews 24 said it was disrespectful but effective. Fans were divided. Some said Jones started it by taking shots at Mayweather, so the response was fair. Others felt mocking another legend's losses was going too far. On social media, opinions were split. Some found it entertaining and typical of Mayweather, while others thought it lacked class.
Not Floyd Mayweather. Why isn't he in the top 5?
Floyd Mayweather, he's running the whole 12 rounds and he won the fight.
Manny, who are the top 5 fighters you ever fought, you think?
Barrera, Morales, Marquez, De La Hoya, Cotto.
A Mayweather versus Jones exhibition wouldn't be competitive. They fought in different weight classes and are in very different physical shape today. Mayweather has stayed lighter and more disciplined during retirement, while Jones has gained weight and slowed down. But this kind of fight wouldn't be about who's better right now. It would be about legacy, pride, and putting on a show. It would also be a big payday. Fans are interested, and both fighters still have loyal followings ready to watch.
Two different things. He was a social media blowout. He blew it away. And that fit his character because he could do it.
There's no official date or signed contract yet, but both sides have shown interest. If this fight happens, it will be in an exhibition format, shorter rounds, no official winner, and rules designed to protect the fighters. Still, this could become Mayweather's most significant exhibition bout. Unlike his previous opponents, Roy Jones Jr. is a true Hall of Famer and was once the pound-for-pound #1. The build-up to this fight would revolve around their legendary careers, contrasting styles, and the tension in their current rivalry. Both camps are closely watching the public's reaction. If the interest remains high, the chances of the fight happening will increase. Mayweather's team focuses on events that generate major media attention, and recent videos and reactions suggest this one has serious buzz. Jones has said that if Floyd is serious, he's ready. For now, everything is still in discussion, but the fight is a real possibility.
I would not be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez, because that's not the same Pacquiao.
Of course.
That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game.
Yeah, of course.
But in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever.
This context changes how people see the latest exchange. Mayweather's silent video showing Roy Jones Jr.'s worst knockouts wasn't just a quick reaction. It felt like a buildup of years of frustration finally boiling over. Jones had taken shots at Mayweather's legacy multiple times, and Floyd had stayed quiet, until now. By sharing that reel, it was as if Mayweather had been keeping score all along, waiting for the right moment to clap back. What made it more interesting was how Floyd did it. He didn't tag Roy or mention him by name. He simply dropped the video on Fight Hype, his usual platform, then followed it up with clips flaunting his luxury cars, yachts, watches, and real estate. TalkSport called the whole thing cold and said it left fans wondering if Floyd was trolling or setting the stage for a real fight. BoxingNews 24 called it classless, pointing out that for someone who built a brand on discipline and control, this move felt unusually petty. But for many fans, it was just classic Floyd, flashy, calculated, and impossible to ignore.
It stood for two different things. He was a social media blowout. He blew it away. You feel me? And that fit his character, because he could do it, and do things the way he did it. He was smarter. I wanted to play King of the Hill. He didn't care to play King of the Hill. He wanted to play King of the Field, which he did.
Adding to the drama, Roy Jones Jr. didn't hold back after Mayweather's video went viral. He quickly fired back on social media, challenging Floyd to prove he's truly better. Instead of backing down on his Sugar Ray Leonard comments, Jones doubled down, calling Mayweather's video an overreaction, not a real answer. He made it clear that greatness isn't just about having a perfect record. For Jones, it's about stepping up, taking risks, and facing the toughest challenges, not just playing it safe to protect a zero in the loss column.
If you haven't understood how I believe Devin Haney is more of a GOAT than Floyd Mayweather, I'll break it down one more time. Floyd Joy Mayweather Jr. at 25 had 29 wins, no losses. Devin Haney at 25 has 31 losses. Which one is more? It's a basic numbers game. I don't care if you're a Floyd fan, if you're a Devin Haney fan, it's a basic numbers game. So break it down. That's two more. Devin Haney wins that.
At the heart of this feud is a deeper disagreement about what greatness really means. Roy Jones Jr. stands for a version of boxing that celebrates bold moves, jumping weight classes, scoring dramatic knockouts, and taking big risks. He captured titles all the way from middleweight to heavyweight, including his historic win over John Ruiz for the WBA heavyweight crown. Jones didn't protect his record. He chased legacy-defining moments, even if it meant taking losses later on. His message has always been clear. Real greatness is about courage and the willingness to face danger, not just staying undefeated.
They keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million, but I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight?
Mayweather sees greatness in a completely different way. His success came from sharp focus, discipline, and full control in and out of the ring. He stayed undefeated by mastering not just boxing, but the business behind it. He chose his fights wisely, avoided serious damage, and always had the upper hand in deals. He beat big names like Canelo Alvarez, Manny Pacquiao, Oscar de la Hoya, and Shane Mosley, earning titles in 5 weight classes. To Mayweather and his fans, greatness means being perfect, no defeats, no major mistakes, just consistent dominance over time. That's the heart of the debate. When Roy Jones Jr. says Sugar Ray Leonard was meaner than Floyd, he's not questioning Floyd's skill. He's talking about attitude. He sees Leonard as someone who took risks and chased greatness head-on, while Floyd played it safe. So the question isn't who was better, but which kind of greatness matters more: the smart, unbeaten master or the bold, fearless fighter.
Floyd, but it seems like everybody's afraid to have that O, to have a 1 or a 2 where the O used to be. Ali lost. Sugar Ray lost. Hagler lost. Hearns lost. These guys lost. When did the O become the end all be all?
I think Mayweather, you know, and how he made it big to the public. Like 47.
Beyond the back and forth talk, fans are starting to wonder if something bigger is in the works. Mayweather has already taken part in several exhibition fights against names like Logan Paul, Tenshin Nasukawa, and John Gotti III. Roy Jones Jr., now 55, went up against Mike Tyson in a 2020 exhibition and has shown interest in doing more, even mentioning a possible matchup with Jake Paul. On paper, a Floyd versus Roy exhibition seems unlikely. They come from different weight classes, peaked at different times, and have very different styles. But in the world of Showtime boxing, what's realistic doesn't always matter.
How Floyd is, he's very...
Do you think he's the great? You think he's the greatest? One of the greatest
Every
ever?
great fighter in the world says technically there's nobody better.
Yeah.
Every single...
Easily the best counter puncher.
No,
time.
every great
Best
fighter in the world says there's nobody better. But when you're talking about wins,
right?
Not the best heavyweight champ is Mike Tyson.
Right.
I think, right? Like the scariest guy, because his force is just so...
It's insane.
Yeah,
but Logan having almost beat Floyd, that's got to put him in the top 3. Top 3 greatest.
Mayweather has made it clear he'll step into the ring if the money's right and the risk is low. Jones, on the other hand, still trains regularly, even if he's not as tough as he once was. With all the recent talk, fans are beginning to question whether this could turn into a low-risk, high-reward exhibition match. After all, Floyd's past unsanctioned fights have made serious money. No official licenses, no titles on the line, just 2 legends, a few rounds, and millions of viewers watching.
See, they're upset because I'm able to milk the game. I'm smart, kept all my faculties, made a lot of smart investments. So, you know, when great people like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, the Waltons, the people that own Walmart, Walgreens, when they're getting money in their 50s, their 60s, their 70s, 80s, and even 90s, it's okay.
Social media is a big part of this, and Mayweather knows exactly how to use it. That silent video he posted wasn't just aimed at Roy, it was made for the internet. The mix of knockouts and flashy lifestyle clips was built to go viral. It got people talking, sharing, and arguing across platforms like Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok. Fans quickly took sides in the GOAT debate, and even boxing experts were split. Some backed Floyd, saying Jones brought it on by making bold comments about Leonard. Others saw the video as proof that Floyd still takes criticism personally and feels the need to protect his legacy, even against fellow retired fighters. However you see it, one thing's clear. The video hit a nerve, not just with Roy, but across the whole boxing world.
Because he's very explosive and he's very mean.
I was gonna say mean
To me, people don't give him enough credit. People always say, well, Floyd would beat Sugar. No, baby, Floyd is not as near as mean as Sugar was.
You don't think he would have beat him?
How? How you gonna keep him off on him? Sugar is a dog. Just because his name's Sugar don't mean nothing. Sugar is a dog. People don't give him enough credit for that. You gotta think, this in around, between around 13 and 14, I think, Angelo Dundee said, you're blowing it, son. Sugar Leonard guy went there and put these things on Tommy Hearn.
Fans who know Mayweather's history with rivals saw this as nothing new. He rarely responds directly, no interviews, no debates. Instead, he lets his content do the talking. Whether it's a polished video, a flashy photo on a private jet, or a clip of his best knockouts, it's his way of reminding everyone he's still in control, still watching, and still above the noise. Meanwhile, Roy Jones Jr. hasn't stepped back. He keeps speaking with confidence about what he sees as true greatness. And he's not the only one. Many in the boxing world believe Jones's explosive talent and fearless style made him stand out, even if he took some losses. On the flip side, others argue that Floyd's perfect record, ability to avoid knockouts, and constant presence at the top make him untouchable.
Okay, well, we're gonna know. In the least amount of fights, I didn't have to have 70 fights, or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
The biggest result of this back and forth is how it's reignited the GOAT debate in boxing. Every generation plays by different rules. Legends like Leonard, Duran, Hearns, and Hagler faced each other at their peak, taking risks, trading knockdowns, and accepting both wins and losses. Mayweather took a different path. He stayed undefeated by carefully managing his career, choosing the right moments to fight, often when his opponents were past their prime. That contrast sparks endless arguments about which path defines true greatness. And now, the tension between Mayweather and Jones has pushed that question back into the spotlight.
Generational wealth. Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business.
What began as a single comment about Sugar Ray Leonard has grown into a deeper conversation about legacy, respect, and how fighters are remembered. Mayweather answered with a silent video. Jones replied with more words. And just like that, the boxing world is split once again, taking sides in a debate that doesn't need a fight night to be real. So, what's your take on all this back and forth? And if these two ever did face off in the ring, how do you think it would play out? Drop your thoughts below and hit subscribe for more updates. Catch you in the next one.